Hi guys, welcome back to FOOTY with Wally. So today I basically want to analyze Thomas Frank. I'm gonna do a tactical analysis and I will show you guys my predicted lineups in case Spurs sign him. So guys, let's start with my notes. Thomas Frank tends to play either 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. It depends, and it can change throughout the game because those two formations are very flexible. And he usually plays with one of those two formations in games where he will have the ball, but a lot of the time he is supposed to win or at least play equally against his opponent. But if he's playing against a very strong team, then he will most likely play a 5-3-2. And obviously that is at Brentford, because I don't know if he will emulate all his formations to Tottenham or if he will adapt and use new formations and stuff. But basically I'm analyzing what he wants to do at Brentford and what I think he can do at Tottenham. So he was asked what's the difference between a 4 at the back and 5 at the back, and he said it's a little bit different with 4 and 5, but the principles are the same, which means that he adapts but not necessarily changing everything. The concepts, the principles, they will still be used. So guys, versatility. He usually has more ball possession at home and less possession and more directness away. And you can see by the numbers against Arsenal, 50-50 at home, 37-63 away, Villa 59-41 at home, 51-49 away, Forest 64-36 at home, 45-55 away, and so on. When his teams are pressing very high, he wants a man-to-man marking, which is not a new concept because we've seen this with Atalanta, with Barcelona, and etc. And something ironic is that if you think about Tottenham in the last 2 seasons, like we think about horrible set pieces, and at Brentford he had like most aerials won in the Premier League, 24-25. So guys, that's my 4-2-3-1 predicted lineup. I will show you my 5-3-2 later in the video. But basically in this formation, by the way, it can also change to a 4-3-3 in case Maddison, by the way, I think Maddison will have a lot of freedom in this system. He will be either like drop deep to be, let's say, a CM, or he will like push to be an advanced midfielder or attacking midfielder. I really believe he will use Bergvall a lot. I think he will develop Bergvall as much as possible because this guy's quality and he suits the system. Like he would be the 8 who is not necessarily like a box-to-box, but someone who can organize or help organizing the game. And the 8 in this formation will be very important to have like a high football IQ. Like it needs to be someone not only good on the ball, but like very intelligent to know what's happening in the game, what he needs to do. Like if he needs to be an 8, a box-to-box, I think that is the versatile role in the system. And about Son, I think like Son suits Thomas Frank better than, let's say, he suited Ange, because with Ange he would be like a touchline winger playing like here. With Thomas Frank, I believe he will play like here in this area, like an inside forwards, not only helping to create chances, but as well as finishing his chances. The only problem that I see with Thomas Frank trying to emulate, let's say, if he wants to do this, obviously, the problem in this case would be the number 6, because Tottenham don't actually have a proper number 6, and I've been saying this in all my videos. Like there is no player here to cover as much space as a number 6 should be covering. And at Brentford, usually what happens is the left back almost is like a left winger, actually, because he will play very offensively, whereas the starter as a winger will play as an inside forward alongside with the proper centre forward. And usually the DM will cover for him. In this case, Bentancur, a player that could be amazing playing as this type of DM who can cover like lateralized. I think it would be Archie Gray, but I don't think he's ready. Like if Archie Gray were ready, his style, I think he will suit the system like perfectly. Oh, actually, I almost forgot to talk about Brennan Johnson. Even though I say he is a number player, like he scores and like he has good contributions usually, but I don't think he will suit the system because I don't believe Thomas Frank would play with 2 inside forwards, because Son is not a touchline winger anymore. Like he can't dribble for 90 minutes anymore. So I think in order to play Son in the most effective position, I think Brennan Johnson in this formation would be sort of sacrificed. Or maybe like if he wants to be very offensive, he could play like Maddison as an 8, Kulu as a 10, and then play Brennan Johnson. But I think that is very unlikely. Like once Bergvall is in the starting 11, there's nothing people can do. He's just too good to be on the bench. And off the ball, very simple, like either Son and Kulu or Son and Brennan would have to just to go back and form a 4-4-2, and that's it. And in this case, Maddison would either be a false 9 here Or he could also go back, go deep, and play like make a 4-5-1. But I think most likely Madsen would be, or anyone playing this position would be like a false 9 in this case, like with off the ball. So just to show you guys my 5-3-2 variation, or something that I think if he tried to emulate what he does at Brentford with Tottenham squad, I think it would be something like this. In this case, as Tottenham don't have one number 6, imagine like, let alone having 2. So he would have to play either Bissouma and Bentancur or Bentancur and Gray. I think Gray would suit the system better, but I don't know if it's ready. And if he uses Solanke as he uses Wissa, like most of the time the Wissa or the centre forward is playing here. And at Brentford, in a 4-3-3, you will have Mbemo playing on the right, but in a 5-3-2, usually he plays here, so he plays on the left. But in this case, I don't know if he would sacrifice Kulu or Son. I don't know. Like if both are 100% fit, in this case, Kulu would be either sacrificed, or he would like play Kulu as a CM and then Son here. But like it doesn't make much sense to me. And defensively, like the concepts are very basic here. It's just like the classic triangle to defend the flanks. But if the opponent really wants to attack the flanks, like this player here usually covers here, and then you have a box here. So you'll most likely be defending with the 3 against 2 or 4 against 3. Or maybe 3 against 3 as well. But that was it, guys. Do you think that he would play like Kulu as an attack midfielder, Madsen as an 8, Bagval on the bench, like who will play as a 6, Bissouma or Bentancur, or maybe Archie Gray? Do you think that Son would be a touchline winger or like inside forwards, like I said? Maybe you think Brendan Johnson deserves to be in the starting 11. Basically anything you want to tell me, leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with your friends in the case I have said anything useful, and see you in the next video. Bye.